Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming with the newest palette from Natasha Denona. The Love Face palette just landed here on my doorstep, so let's go ahead and get into this. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to post tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love new makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. If you like the scoop on new eyeshadow palettes, if you want to know if they're tan girl friendly, then this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so I am still trying to figure out how Look Fantastic launched this palette without anybody else knowing about it, but I decided to cross all my fingers and toes and place an order. And I knew my palette was out for delivery today, so I was like waiting. And then I got a notification saying the palette was delivered in Minneapolis. And I was like, wait a second, what? Because I don't live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So luckily, it was just a weird thing. The palette was sitting on my doorstep. I grabbed it, I filmed a quick reel, and now we're sitting down to film an eye look with this. So I do have her other face palettes that she launched, I think 2 years ago now, the Glam face palettes in the dark and light version. These are some of my favorite palettes, some of my most used Natasha Denona palettes, especially since I started doing Shop My Stash. These ones are so nice for grabbing and just keeping in a Shop My Stash bag, because they do have those additional face products as well. So I really like the dark one, and then this is the light version as well. Both of these work for me. I have seen some people say that their face products have dried out because there are cream blushes in here, but I haven't personally had that problem, and I have owned these since they launched, so I'm not really sure why it will be different for me versus you, but I just wanted to mention that right away because I know that can be a huge turnoff. So in this palette, we have basically 4 mattes, 1 sparkly shadow, 1 cream blush, and then a highlighter. So I am just wearing my basic makeup. I don't have blush or highlighter on because I want to test these two out. But that is it for now. Let's go ahead and put this palette on my face so we can talk about the products in this palette, and I can give you guys my first impression thoughts. So I'm going to try and use all of the shades. So I'm going to start off with Juliet, which is the lightest Pastelius pink shade, and I'm just going to throw that on my crease and try to get that up pretty close to the brow bone, but I don't want my brow bone to be pink, so I'm just going like all the way up here and really coating the eye socket with that shade. It's a really pretty pastel-y pink. Okay, so the next shade I want to use is the mid-tone shade called Esme. It's a really pretty like rosy pink color. So I'm just going to stick to that same brush. This is a Glamlite brush. This is from their collaboration with Michaela. I swear I didn't reach for this because of the drama. I just wanted a big fluffy blending brush, and it was just calling to me, so I went for it. That is so pretty. You guys know I've been just like talking about how much I love and Valentine's Day, and I've just been like living my best life over here. So yeah, we're just gonna do all the pink in the crease. I do want to use every single shadow today because there's only 5 shades and 4 of them are matte, so I'm gonna put that other mid-tone kind of pinky rosy shade in the crease as well. It's called Giddy right here. Okay, so that shade Giddy kind of blended right in with Esme, so you're not really gonna see too much of it, but that's all right. And then we're gonna use the shade Ico, which is the darkest matte purpley shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna stick to this brush, and we're just gonna plop that on the outer corner as well. This new palette definitely reminds me of the Mini Love. I pulled it out because I want to do a comparison at the end, but that palette also has a dark kind of purpley tone, so they definitely held true to their Love palettes, or at least the Mini Love palette. I'm pretty sure the Love palette was the first mini size palette she launched. If you guys know, can you let me know in the comments? But I'm pretty sure it was the first one. Okay, so the only shimmer shade in this palette is this one called Affinity, and I'm gonna pick that up on a flat. Oh my gosh, it's soft. I did not realize I just like scraped a chunk off. Whoopsies. Okay, picked up some on the brush. I feel like this is gonna foil really nicely. Ooh, so sparkly. It has like a lot of pretty silvery sparkles in it. I will say that this one could benefit from a glitter glue because I am seeing a lot of the sparkle kind of like fall on the lower lash line, like down here, I mean, not lower lash line, in my like concealer, under eye, that's the word, in my under eye area. So maybe you want to use a glitter glue. I wasn't expecting that, so I'll just have to dust it off. But so far, I mean, it's a cute pinky purpley palette. You guys probably have this a million times over, but you know, what can I say? I'm a sucker for Natasha Denona palettes, so I'm gonna keep buying them and reviewing them for you guys. So I'm just gonna put some black eyeliner on in the waterline so we can do the lower lash line as well. Okay, I'm gonna take the Eyeshadow shade on a tiny pencil brush and just start kind of buffing that on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade Esme and I'm just gonna put that on the inner corner and pull it all the way through to the middle of my waterline. And I think I want to deepen up the outer corner some more, so I'm going to switch to this BK Beauty brush, the 207, and pick up more Eyeshadow, and I'm just going to tap that on because I think I almost kind of like blended it away here. I wish there was a little bit more amp to it. It's like, I don't know, maybe just all those pink mattes just kind of hit it a little bit. So yeah, there we go. And then I'm just gonna take the brush with the sparkle shade on it and just kind of blend a little bit like that. So yeah, it's a pretty simple look, but overall I think it's really, really cute. So let me go ahead and dust off my under eyes quick so we can try the blush and the highlighter. Okay, I tried to dust it off, but I don't think I did a very good job. We also have a friend here that's like pretty deep. It's coming out slowly. I'm trying really hard not to try and pick at it because I know it's going to be a huge disaster, so I'd rather just wait. But if you guys have a favorite pimple sticker, let me know down in the comments because I keep hearing about like Zitstica, and there's like Mighty Patch, I think, and I've used the CosRX ones before, but I don't have one handy because I don't usually get a lot of acne. But I think with like pregnancy and stuff, it seems like maybe it's a possibility. So I figured I should pick up like an acne patch. But yeah, this is the best I can do right now. Let's go ahead and try out this cream blush because I'm really, really curious about the shade. Okay, I'm gonna use this Unearthly brush. It's a bit floofy, but I think it'll do. We'll see. Okay, we picked it up. And we're gonna stamp. And we're gonna stamp. Yeah, see, I don't love like pink blushes on me. This one, I feel like with my undertone is looking mighty gray, but it's all right. We're doing it for the science. And I think the foundation shade I used was a little bit dark for me too. I was trying to find a better shade match with the new Juvia's Place foundation. So I bought another shade. It's just a tad dark. Like I think it'll work for me in the summertime. But anyway, this color is just one of those blushes that is a little bit light on me, but I kind of had a feeling it would be, so I just wanted to grab a firmer brush to help kind of blend it a little bit more into the skin. So yeah, I think it's okay. Definitely not my favorite, but I know a lot of people love pink blush. I just don't love pink blush as much as most people do. Okay, I'm excited for the highlighter because it just felt really nice when I swatched it. So let me go ahead and just highlight my face. Oh, here's how it's applying. Also, again, this one feels a little light, but some people don't mind that so much. I try to be cognizant of the color only because like sometimes a lighter shade can like really sit on top of my skin and it looks a little funky, but we'll see. We'll see. I gotta give this a little bit of wear time and see how I feel, but of course I'm gonna post this video and I can keep you guys updated in the comments if anything, but that is a look so far. So I gotta throw on some mascara, throw on a lip shade, do something with this hair, and I will be right back. Okay, friends, I'm back. Here is the finished look. What do you guys think? I just went straight all out, like pink everything. So I'm wearing my love earrings, and I decided to go with a headband because this hair is so greasy. It needs to get washed, but that's mom life sometimes, you know? You put everybody else first, and then you take care of your needs last. So hopefully I can get my hair washed today because I purposely put like a bunch of oil in it so that it could be nice and hydrated. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. I did realize that I forgot to show you guys swatches of the palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those up while I'm talking to you guys just a little bit about the palette. So on the box here, it does have all the ingredients. It says the total net weight is 14.5 grams or 0.51 ounces. This is cruelty-free or not tested on animals. And it is made in Italy. So in case you guys were wondering about that, there is a 18-month shelf life on this palette. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing those swatches. And now let me go ahead and just show you really quick the comparison with the Mini Love palette. I did decide to go ahead and grab that because I was like, oh, are these similar? Are they the same shades? Like I couldn't really remember. I don't believe any of these shades have the same names, but I definitely thought that like darkened purple color was very similar. So there's just a little side-by-side of the Mini Love and the Love Face palette in case you guys were wondering. The Mini Love has more shimmer shades and only 2 mattes. So if you are a matte eyeshadow lover, you might enjoy this one a little bit more. I'm also not sure if you can still purchase that one, so I'll have to look that up. I'll pop that on the screen if I find it. And then we have the Mini Crush palette, which was her Valentine's launch, I believe, last year. So that's what those two look like next to each other. This one also has 2 metallic shades and then 3 mattes. The mattes do look, I mean, very similar. They're not identical, but at this point I feel like I'm just holding up the same palettes in different packaging. I don't know. Maybe that's too harsh, but I just feel like maybe you don't need all of these palettes. But that's the whole beauty of YouTube, right? You get to watch many different creators give you guys their opinions, and then you can decide what you want to do. And then I grabbed the Love palette. This one I believe is discontinued from Natasha Denona, but I figured let me just hold them up side by side. So this one is a midi eyeshadow palette. And as you can see, it has a lot more eyeshadows and no face products in it. So there's the comparison between those two. But yeah, overall, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of love. I'm ready to move on to something else, or at least a little bit of a different color story. Let me just show you the 2 face palettes just next to each other. Actually, let me show you all 3. Let's see if I can pull this off, since I am a real MacGyver here. So here's all 3 of the face palettes from Natasha Denona. I believe there's only 3 and I own all 3 of them now. So let me just show them to you really quick. The packaging is identical. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I didn't show you guys the swatches at the start of the video like I usually do. And I was like, whoopsie. So yeah, I just wanted to do that really quick. As far as what's on my face, I started up a new Shop My Stash, but I haven't posted that video yet. So I'll just link everything down below. But if you want to see what I picked, you can look forward to that video. Now let me just share my thoughts with you quick on this palette. Honestly, if you haven't figured it out by now, I feel very meh about this. Like, I didn't probably need to own this palette, but like I said, I was very curious about this launch because it kind of just dropped out of nowhere. I was speculating with my friends this morning. I'm like, did these just fall off the back of a truck and like look fantastic? Was like, well, we might as well launch them because I know Natasha Denona stuff leaks all the time. But typically when it leaks, it doesn't launch. And usually we'll start like announcing things and showing swatches, and she'll be like, something's coming, like, and we're all like, yeah, Natasha, we know, we saw. But this one is still like crickets from Natasha Denona's camp. So I'm very confused. I don't know if this was like a Look Fantastic exclusive launch. If I had to guess, somebody dropped a ball somewhere and these palettes launched early and we all bought them, so they decided to ship them to us. I don't know. That's just my speculation. I could be wrong. Listen, what the heck do I know? But anyways, you guys know with Natasha Denona, I typically collect these palettes. I collect her palettes, so I couldn't pass this one up, even though I feel like there's no need for me to own this palette. I definitely have this palette like 1,000 times over just within my Natasha Denona stuff. So I feel like I'm not doing a good job of saying like, oh my God, this is amazing, but it's just, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's nice. I'm glad I have it. Would I tell you guys to go spend your hard-earned money on this? Not unless you don't have any of the palettes I just showed you today, which, let's be real, 99% of you probably have all the palettes I showed you guys today. So since 2023 is like the year of low buys and no buys, I would go ahead and pass on this one and save your money. So those are my thoughts on the new Natasha Denona Love Face palette. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. You guys know I love chatting to you there. And I will hopefully see you in another video very soon. Bye, guys.